Problem 9-35 again builds on problem 9-34. We're still on page F387 and we're going to do some more financial ratios. Once again, these ratios should be compared to industry averages for them to really make good sense. On your screen, you'll see the formats already in place to do these analyses. Requirement A says to calculate the following ratios for the company. Looking at pages F376 through F379, all of the formulas for these ratios are listed. The first is the asset turnover ratio. The asset turnover ratio divides the net sales by the average total assets. The net sales are on the income statement, which we just completed, and they are $575,000. Since the average total assets is not part of the income statement, but on the balance sheet, that number has been provided in the book. Further on in the book, when more has been studied, you'll be required to do your own calculations for things like average total assets. The book tells us that the average total assets are $360,000. The calculation then results in an asset turnover ratio of 1.6. The second ratio required is the receivables turnover ratio. Since this one also uses the net sales, the number has been referenced in a formula and is already in the correct cell. Once again in the book, we're told that the average accounts receivable for the company is $55,000. Therefore, the receivables turnover ratio is 10.45. That means the company turns its receivables over more than 10 times per year. The third ratio is the average accounts receivable collection period in days. Since this uses the receivables turnover ratio, the result from the prior ratio is referenced in the formula, and the only thing we need to add is the 365 days in a normal year. Leap years do exist, and they would be 366 days, but for financial purposes, 365 is almost always assumed. The final ratio is the times interest earned ratio. From the income statement, the earnings before interest and tax is $81,000. Again from the income statement, interest expense is $16,000. That leaves a result, using the formula on the screen, of 5.06. This means that the company is earning 5 times its interest payments in income. The smaller this number gets, the more of the income earned by the company is being chewed up by interest expense, and interest expense is a non-producing cost. Requirement B again asks your impression of the company using these ratios. Once again, I will send you to the book to read the description and analysis of these ratios, then put your own answer into this question.